All you're gonna do is hook onto the back here, pull, let the return spring do the rest. Every time. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Paul Karyakos and welcome to BLASTAWAY's channel. BLASTAWAY reached out to me and he said, hey, you know what, Paul? It is Rival Week, so why don't we show off your dual-wheeled return spring mod KRONOS? And that was an easy reply. I love the dude. He's a great guy. He loves my Ruby stuff, so why not show off these dual-wheel KRONOS? Always make sure that your safety's on. So a little bit of backstory on these. I've actually made this mod 2 or 3 times now on my Robo 3D printer. Love the thing. It has done me so well so far with all my 3D printing. And it started off with just these little teeth and a dual wheel mod that kind of hooks onto here. Evolved that into adding the return spring mod. So just like you saw in the intro, I'm going to show you how this return spring mod, which is fully external, works on the KRONOS. Now, if you're rocking 2 of these KRONOS, which is the best way to use them, and you're using my dual wheeled mod, all you're gonna do is hook onto the back here, pull, let the return spring do the rest. Every time. And same thing on this side. And it reloads. I'm done, I got no more rounds. Big thing with this that popped up on Reddit was, well, if it has a return spring, how do you actually reload the blaster? Now, I took care of that problem too. On the top of the blaster here, I actually have this little flip up, which kind of looks like a sight at first, but what it actually does is it allows you to place your hand on top of the blaster like you would normally reload, and as you pull, you gently press down on that hook, then you can freely reload the blaster. This gives you some much needed leeway, so you don't actually have to hold this thing back or mess with it in a certain way to get those rounds loaded into your KRONOS. Then when you're done loading, close the chamber if you still have it. I do have the door delete mod on the other one. Pop this up, lock it into place, you're good to go. And now that you guys have seen the dual wheel mod, this is 1.0 and I'm actually working on 2.0 right now. 2.0 looks like this. It's a little bit more of a simple design, and with the only single hook being in the rear brought up to me by another part of my Discord family. This mod, you're going to be able to still place it right on top of the KRONOS, but you're actually going to use the hook down here to be able to pull back onto your KRONOS and reload the gun. Keep in mind that this currently doesn't have any springs or anything in it, it's just my 3D printed design, but what it's going to look like is this. And it's going to go straight back in there. I know, it's super scratchy, I haven't sanded it yet. Don't worry, we'll take care of that later. So the reason why I'm so excited to show this off to you guys is because not only was I able to make this fully external return spring dual wheel mod all from scratch, all on my own, but also because it's the first product on my Etsy page. If you would like to pick up a return spring mod, check out my Etsy page down below. I'm sure we can get some for you, and I would love for you guys to experience how awesome this actually is. If you don't want to dual wield the KRONOS, you don't have to. You can simply buy a single return spring mod and just use it as a normal sidearm, and it works out really, really well without actually having to open up the blaster. And I've saved the best for last. For those of you who have stuck around to the end of this video, at 10K subscribers, I know I'm a ways off, but I'm feeling good about it, and I love doing this kind of stuff for you. I'm going to give away a set of KRONOS with the dual wheel mod attached, shipped to you. If you want to take part in that giveaway, head over to my channel, just be subscribed, keep it locked. I put up content every single week for you guys, so that way we can check out some of these mods together and try to create new and exciting things in the Nerf world and in the cosplay world. So if you want your chance to win a set of the dual wield KRONOS, go ahead and check out my channel, make sure you sub, throw down a like, show some love. I have Discord on there as well if you want to be part of that, if that's your thing. And check out some of my other links below to help support the channel. If you want to directly support my channel over at Paul Karyakos, you can always buy me a coffee. This one is courtesy of BLASTAWAY. Thank you so much, buddy. It really helps out. This is like 3 shots of espresso, and it was under about $3. I'm super happy about that. I also do have a Patreon channel if you want to check that out. I have a little bit of content there, and I'm planning to put up more in the future, potentially add in some more STL files and 3D printed files for you guys to download and print by yourself by being a Patreon. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for hanging out, and a special thank you once again to BLASTAWAY. Buddy, I know you're watching this. Give me your info. I'm going to try to send you out a pair of these dual-wield KRONOS mods for you to install on your KRONOS, because I know you have some of them from looking at your Rival Weeks videos. So thank you so much for letting me share with your family. My name is Paul Karyakos. I'll see you in the next one. This mod might actually look a little bit familiar because he had showed off this Picatinny rail attachment to you guys in one of his last KRONOS videos. I actually found the file for this and remixed it just a little bit to add my own return spring mod that I had torn up a previous model for. And my previous model was a little more cumbersome than this. This one just fits so much better. So the basis behind this mod is actually very simple. I have my Picatinny rail here, which you can slide on, and you actually screw into the side with the existing screw hole that's in the KRONOS. And then I have two tubing systems at the top with a spring attached between them. That tube is actually attached to a custom bracket that I designed in AutoCAD and drilled into the side of the Nerf gun with just two very tiny screws and a third screw on top. What this allows you to do is actually have your external return spring mod, so that way you don't have to open up your Nerf gun if you don't want to. It looks a little something like this. If you guys are interested in this mod, I will have this file available on my Thingiverse page, which I will probably make because of this video, so that way you guys can download the STL and print it yourself if you have a 3D printer. If you don't have a 3D printer and you still want the mod, visit my Etsy page. I do sell these as part of my Etsy shop, and it really does help a long way in making my channel possible.